And we're recording.
Good evening. We are Group 3, and this is our conflict resolution project. My name is Taisha Cruz, and for our scenario, I will be playing the role of the child. Tanisha Bush will be playing the role of the biological mother. Ashley Evans will be playing the role of the resource parent. And Keeney will be playing the role of our social worker. So the purpose of this presentation is to show how conflict can be resolved by nonviolent intervention. The presenters will demonstrate nonviolent communication, common ground, and talking papers interventions in order to resolve a potential conflict that may come up in the social work field. Our scenario is that a child has been placed in foster care by the courts due to her biological mother's drug addiction. The child has had visits with her mother, but the resource parent would like to cancel these visits due to the fact that she feels the child is not safe during those times. This child has come home after visits smelling like marijuana, and the resource parent has overheard the child telling her friends that her mom's new boyfriend let her smoke while she was visiting. The resource parent has contacted the social worker for mediation. Our conflict scenario takes place in a team meeting with the mother, resource parent, child, and social worker.
Good evening. As you all know, my name is Ms. Brown. Before we begin, we're going to allow each of you to introduce yourselves and share a fun fact about yourself.
Well, my name is Nisha, and a fun fact about me is I have a 15-year-old daughter who apparently doesn't live with me.
Hi, my name is Ashley, and a fun fact about me is that I have a daughter who is not biologically mine, but who I've raised as my own, and I've done a better job than her mother has.
Okay, well, maybe I should have laid down some guidelines. In this group, we're going to freely speak and be honest with one another. But one of the number one rules is we have to respect one another and not allow this to be a hostile environment. I understand that you guys are upset, but I want to make sure that you guys are not disrespecting each other. Now, Taisha, can you introduce yourself and tell us a fun fact?
Sure. My name is Taisha, and I have no idea why I'm here.
Okay. So, before we begin, let me just say this. I want to lay down a couple guidelines with you during this mediation. We all want what's best for Taisha and, everyone involved, okay? We know that this is a touchy situation. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that everyone is clear on what nonviolent communication is. When we introduced one another, there was a lot of you and little smart side comments. In nonviolent communication, we're not going to use those, okay? What I've done is I put up on the board a little guideline for you guys to work with. This is nonviolent communication. I know it's going to be hard, but I have it up on a wall for you guys to look at. What we're going to do is, it's easy. If you observe something, you're going to say what I see or hear. If you want to talk about your feelings, you're going to say, I feel. If you want to talk about needs, then you're going to say, because I need or value. And then any kind of request, we're going to ask kindly, would you be willing to? And again, I know this is going to be hard, but I want you guys to pay attention when you talk, to take the time, take a deep breath, and look on the wall, and it'll see the I statements that I want you to start using for our nonviolent communication. So let's do a quick ice breaker, just so that we are aware and all of us can get our minds going and brainstorming what is best for Taisha. So with the exercise, what we're going to do is everyone's going to get a sticky note and a pen. And what I want you guys to do is to write down what is the best thing for Taisha. Okay, so when you're done, I want you to go ahead and let me know. On the sticky notes, you can put different phrases, different ideas. Try not to put everything all at once on all of the sticky notes. Just use individual ideas on the sticky notes. And let me know when you're done.
I'm done.
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 Good. So let's go ahead and see what you guys have wrote up on the sticky notes. Good. So let's look at the board. On here, it shows that someone put I feel love. Other people put healthy relationship. Someone put they want happiness, a long, healthy life, freedom to make decisions about when she's to see her mom, to see her mom and resource mom get along. I see that someone put living with mom again, safety. So we're going to take it a next step further. We're going to go ahead and start grouping these together. What areas do you think can be grouped together?
Feel loved and happiness.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so we
Health.
can group.
Healthy relationships and positive influences in her life.
Okay. And what else?
Safety and to be safe.
Yeah. And positive influence will probably be a healthy life.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a couple statements about seeing a mom get along and to be together and living with mom again. That can all be grouped together.
Yes.
So let's see what our final scenario came up. So when we grouped everything together, you know, you guys all have different opinions on what needs to be done with Taisha, but it looks like everybody is basically on the same page. So that's a good starting point. What do you think?
Yeah.
I agree.
Okay, so let's go ahead and take it a step further. We did a nice icebreaker to kind of relax everybody, make sure that we're all on the same page. So let's do our next thing called common ground. And this is a nice little exercise. The goal is not to come up with a resolution, but it's to reach a mutual understanding of each other's point of view. Okay, so the steps are, we have Miss Evans is going to be on one side, Miss Bush is going to be on the other. And you guys, I want you to speak how you feel about what is best for Taisha, what she should be doing. Now, remember that while you're doing this, I will interrupt you just in case you're not using I statements and you start using violent communication. I also want to let you know that everything that we discuss in here is to stay in here. This is a safe place and we want to keep it that way. And then we're going to keep doing this. So, for instance, Miss Evans, you would go first. And then Miss Bush, I want you to actively listen to her, listen to everything that she says, wait until she's done, and then you paraphrase what she said back to her. The key is for you guys to pay attention and listen so that we can come to some kind of common ground, okay? And then we'll just go back and forth until it seems like, you know, we're kind of on the same page, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
So, Miss Evans, you can go first.
Okay. I just have concerns about Taisha visiting her mom because she comes home smelling like marijuana, and I don't think it's a safe environment for her to be in. I overheard her talking to one of her friends the other day about how when she was visiting her mom,
Well, why are you in my business? Why are you listening to my conversations with my friends?
Okay, well, hold on. Let me stop. Taisha, I know that you're upset, but what you need to do is, as I stated, you need to remain calm and listen. When it's your turn to talk, then it will be your turn to talk. I will give you enough time to voice your opinion. Right now, your resource mom is talking, allow her to speak, and then later we'll be able to address your concerns.
Okay.
Okay. I was just in the other room and I overheard her say that mom's new boyfriend let her smoke, and I don't like the idea of that. And so I really just don't think that she should be visiting her mom until mom can get clean and stay sober for a long time. And I don't think she should be in that environment. So I think we need to stop these visits so that she can be safe.
Yeah, Miss Bush, you have heard what Miss Evans said, so paraphrase what she said back to her. Whether you believe it or not, just paraphrase what she said.
Sounds to me like she's trying to say she could do a better job at raising my daughter than me. Like she's saying that my daughter isn't safe. It sounds like you're saying trust my daughter because you're like listening to her conversations, and it sounds to me as though you're trying to keep her away from me. Is that what I'm hearing?
No, I want her to be safe, and I just don't think that that's a safe situation for her to be in.
You've never. Are you kidding me? You're gonna try grapes that are right.
So you want me to say what I heard?
Try grapes that
Yes.
for me.
So you want me to be safe, and you want to stop visits because you overheard me saying that I smoked weed, which that's none of your business. But I was talking to my friend. But you want me to be safe?
Right. And I don't think that your mother's home is a safe environment right now.
But you don't know because you don't go there.
Okay, so it sounds like you guys are kind of getting off topic. The key is for you guys, and I understand that you're angry, but like I said, we're all going to be on one accord to get this settled, what's best for you. But in order for us to be able to do that, we have to listen to one another. And that's what this exercise is all about. Okay? So
Okay.
I would definitely make sure that you get what is needed of you. But we need both of your moms to come to some kind of conclusion. So Miss Bush, can you go first and see if Miss Evans can paraphrase what you said?
Sure. So I feel as though I've been clean for 6 months. My boyfriend that she's supposed to speak of smoking weed with, I don't know when that could have happened, but even if so, that has nothing to do with me as her mother. I make decisions for my child as far as making sure she's safe, and I should not be punished for my so-called brother's actions. I just don't think that's a good enough reason. Like, I've been in rehab, I'm still going to rehab. Every class, never missed a class, so I should be able to see my daughter.
Miss Evans?
So I heard you say that you still want to see your daughter and that you've been clean and sober and you're still doing your rehab and stuff, and that you don't feel responsible for what your boyfriend's doing. But I'm still concerned that he's in the picture when she's there. So that's what I heard.
Miss Bush?
That is what I'm saying, yes.
Okay. So, Taisha, now's your time for you to express your true feelings. And then your resource mom is going to paraphrase what she feels that you're saying. And then your mom is going to paraphrase what she feels that you're saying.
Well, I'm upset. I'm very upset that I call them both mom. They're both my moms, but I'm upset that they can't get along and that my mom doesn't trust me over mom's crib when I go over there. And I didn't smoke weed. I just said it because I thought it was cool because, my friend does. Stupid, but you don't trust me because you're listening to my conversations. That's not fair.
Miss Evans, what did you feel that she said?
That she's upset, and I understand that, and she's upset with me for not trusting her, and I do trust her, and that she wants to have her visits with mom. That's kind of what I heard her say.
Taisha, do you feel that that's correct?
I mean, I guess I feel like I just want them to get along. Like I don't want to be the go-between between them. They're the adults, not me.
Okay. So, Miss Bush, mom, what are you hearing that your daughter's saying?
I hear that my daughter's saying she wants unity between me and the woman who she also calls mom, and sounds like she wants to be trusted and that she should be trusted because she's a smart girl. I mean, she's my daughter. Come on now. Am I right, baby? I'm right,
Yes.
baby.
Yes.
Okay.
So listen, it sounds like you guys have tried to come to some kind of conclusion, okay? And it sounds like after hearing you guys that you both want what's best. But we have to make sure that we understand what Taisha's saying. She's saying that she does not want you guys arguing or bickering. So we need to come to some kind of common ground and work through this to figure out what we're going to do and what is best for her. So I want you guys to talk about it. I've taught you how to do common grounds. You know how to not use violent communication. Find a way. You guys talk it out without Taisha being involved. Talk it out so you guys can come to a common ground.
Well, I understand that Taisha's relationship with you is really important, and I don't want to take that away. I guess my big concern is if your boyfriend's in the home and he is doing drugs of any sort, I just don't think that that's the environment she should be in. And while I respect you and the progress you've made through all of this with your rehabilitation, I still just have some concerns with her being in your home around that type of stuff. And I know that you're not responsible for your boyfriend's actions, but he is in your home. And so she is being exposed to that, and that's not good in my mind. So if there's something else we can come up with, I still don't feel that your home is a safe environment right now.
No such thing as too close. Yes, there is. No, there's not. No, there's not.
What do you have to say with that? Because you guys have to work this out.
Do more for your
I can understand that. I mean, it does seem it's not so much me that you're targeting, but just the safety is where your concern is, as far as my boyfriend. So, I mean, even if we did supervised visits or something, maybe, like, I just want to make sure I see my daughter. I don't want to miss a week with her.
Okay. And I can respect what you just said about supervised visits. I think that's a very, very, very great point. I think that shows that, you're being honest about the whole situation, and that you are really concerned about her well-being. And that actually shows that you guys have come to a common ground. So, Ms. Evans, how do you feel about doing the whole supervised visits for a little while until you feel a little bit more comfortable with Taisha being with her mom by herself?
I think that's a good place to start. I think that I need to see that there's going to be some progress moving forward, just in that safety aspect. And if we can start with supervised visits pretty regularly, I think that we can kind of move into those more independent times with Taisha and her mom. I'm okay with that.
Okay. And Taisha, what do you feel about that?
I don't think my mom needs supervised visits, but I understand because of my actions that is necessary. But she's a mom and she's been clean. So I messed up.
Right. And this is not a punishment to you. So I want to make that clear. It's not a punishment to anyone. But whenever there is a safety concern that comes in, whether or not it's a joke or it's not, we have to do what's best for you. So right now, the best thing for you is going to be just to have supervised visits. If you want your resource mom to come along, that's fine. If you want me to come along, that's fine. But we're not going to do this forever. It's just going to be for a short period of time so that I can see that your mom is truly making a progress and that all of the concerns of your resource mom are out of the way. Because we only want what's best for you. And again, this is not a punishment. Okay? So how does everybody feel about this?
I think it's a good start.
That's fine.
Okay, and as they decrease, we'll just start decreasing them gradually. And Ms. Bush, I'll talk to you about the situation with your boyfriend by ourselves so we can try to work that out. And Taisha, again, this is not a punishment. This is just for your well-being, okay?
Yes, I understand.
Okay. So let's meet up next week so we can start scheduling the supervised visits, and then we can move forward.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
You're welcome.
So, conclusion. We had our social worker walk us through different techniques to use to be able to come to an agreement for me, the child, Taisha. We showed how she utilized the I statements with nonviolent communication. And then our talking papers exercise kind of was our icebreaker and laid the framework to show both moms that they had the same interests at heart for the child. Every interaction between mom and both moms, biological mom and the resource mom, indicated that they wanted the kid, me, to be safe. And we were able to demonstrate that through each of our conflict resolutions. And everyone's happy. Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
So we hope that you enjoyed our presentation, even though we pretty much hit all the points that we feel that will come up in different scenarios. And we hope that you understand our viewpoint of what these different interventions mean to us. The end.
Yeah.